Okay, hello everybody. So I am just going to start up doing my videos again, and my intention for my videos is to reach anybody who it resonates with, because I'm always speaking from my own lens, my own experience, and I believe that, you know, words that we exchange with one another and experiences can really help somebody in their journey. Whether one person sees my videos or zero doesn't matter to me. It's just an outlet for me anyway, and I find it very powerful, as I used to do this before and then I allowed fear to take over. So I'm now overcoming my fear and just going to start talking from my heart again and just speaking on things that resonate for me. But I think the thing that keeps coming up for me is just making sure I don't get anybody's child in my video. The thing that keeps coming up for me is being a parent. I was just having a conversation with somebody, funnily enough, and it's really interesting that, you know, there is this thing around what parenting looks like, and, you know, some people kind of make it look so pretty and so amazing, and I'm not saying that it hasn't got those elements to it, but I think what everybody, in my opinion, well, within my experience, what I try to remind myself is that everybody has their own experience from where they've come from, their upbringing, how they've been raised, the behaviours, the patterns that they've taken on, like what they have, what has been modelled to them. So everybody is going to have a complete different experience when they have their own children. And myself, I come from a very dysfunctional upbringing, a very dysfunctional family. And that's just because behaviours and patterns and the awareness wasn't there, and the healing hasn't been looked at, and those wounds have not been opened. So therefore, the cycle has continued to live on through generations, you know. But everyone's experience is going to be different, you know. So I feel like when you're having an experience that is challenging, you have to kind of have compassion for your experience, knowing what you've been through, what you have experienced, but like also ask yourself, what am I doing about that? Am I changing what I've seen? Am I trying to unlearn these patterns and behaviours that I have been a part of, that has been a part of my experience? Because my experience has been just that. I've chosen to step back from people, places, things, and it's a process. It doesn't happen straight away. I'll go into that in another video. But I've stepped back from people, places, things that are not healthy for me. But when you are somebody that has grown up in a very toxic environment, chaos becomes normal. That becomes the familiar, that becomes comfortable. So some people won't step away from that because that's all they ever know. That's all they've ever known, and that's what they feel comfortable surrounded by. But for me, when it changed is when I had my child, and that was when it was like, enough is enough. It stops now. And I hear a lot of people talk about generational cycles being broken. But and I actually saw a video of somebody that was speaking similar to my journey, because I've cut all connection with my biological family because of the patterns and the behaviours that are continuing to be repeated. And I have actively been doing my healing for the past 6 years, and it's an everyday journey. Like, it's a forever journey, you know, because you ain't gonna undo the behaviours and patterns that you've learned and you've taken on in a day. You're not gonna do any healing session that says, oh, come and do 6 weeks program, and you're never gonna be fully healed. It's a process. But for me, people that talk about generational breaking cycles, but they're not actually healing and doing the job. You can distance yourself from unhealthy and toxic people. You still have those energies within yourself because they're ingrained, because that's what you have been surrounded by and with all of your life. So there's no way that just by stepping away from these individuals that's going to break the cycle. You have to be actively doing the healing that assists with that journey. And that's definitely been my experience. And I feel like you have a lot of individuals that, you know, are speaking from their own perspective. But I only want to really kind of listen to individuals that have experienced certain things, that know what they're speaking about, because like, we can all learn, we can all open a book, we can all read certain things, information, but you know what? The people that hold the most weight are the ones that have that experience behind the words they're speaking, because they get it, they understand what they're speaking about because they've lived it, you know? So that's where I prefer to get my information from, and, you know, guidance from, so to speak. And I like to hear wisdom in that way. So I'll always only ever speak about things that I've experienced myself, that I've overcome. And I'll also offer tools on the way that have helped me and still help me today. But my page is always just to speak from my own heart, and it's all about empowerment and self-development, because I feel like the more you work on yourself, the more you learn about yourself, the more you heal yourself, the more in tune you are to yourself, to your guidance, and following yourself, nobody else but yourself, because you are your best GPS in this world. You are your only GPS in this world. Nobody can direct you better than yourself. So yeah, that was just on my heart. I thought, let me just let that out. And yeah, more videos to come. And yeah, I'm not even going to be checking if anybody watches them, because that's not my intention for these videos. It's not about followers, it's not about ego boost. It's just about speaking my truth and overcoming my fear of being seen. Obviously it's ironic because I'm not showing my face as of yet. I'm choosing to do my videos this way, and then down the line I will do videos with my face in it, but right now I'm comfortable to start here. So anyway, I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and if you don't, that's also okay. You know, some days might not feel great, but you just got to go with the seasons, go with the waves, go with the current, you know, because life is like the ocean. It comes in waves, you know. You've got to kind of just go with the flow. Because the sun always comes out shining, you know, to remember that. But yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely day anyway, and whatever time of day it is for you, morning, evening, night, have a great one. Take care.